Lubrication Explained is 1 year old today. I just find it so amazing that there are people out there that share the same passion for this subject that I do. And I'm so grateful to the audience for sticking with me for an entire year. To celebrate, I've come up with something special, and I've been working on it for the last 2 to 3 months, trying to solve a couple of problems. Number one, YouTube is very unidirectional. I talk into camera, and then yeah, you can reply in the comments, but it's really only kind of one-way communication. I'm trying to fix that a little bit. Number two, YouTube doesn't really allow you to create structured materials. So I have to do a bit of base oils, I have to do a bit of engine oils, I do a little bit of turbine oils, because as an example, if I just did an entire series on contamination control, that's going to alienate a huge part of the audience. So there's no real way to do it in a structured manner. Number three, I'm just looking for a way to build a community of people who are passionate about the same topic that I am. Number four is to find a way that some small businesses, maybe it's distributors or salespeople, can leverage the content that I'm creating for their own business purposes. The fifth issue that I've come up against is that a whole bunch of people have gotten into contact with me saying that they would love to do lubricant related training, but the current offerings are just too expensive. Now, I think MLT and MLA are absolutely fantastic courses. I'm not trying to replace them in any way, shape, or form. But I do think that there is an opening in the market for something low cost. I get contacted by a lot of engineers from Asia and Africa in particular who can't necessarily stump up the money for MLA or MLT and want something that is a little bit at a lower price point. What I've done with this platform is to try and drive the cost as low as possible. I'm offering it for $7 a month. And at that point, I'm basically making no money out of it. And in fact, the $1.50, I think, of margin that I'm going to make per user, I really want to sink into a student program that I can offer at a loss. So enough talking, let me just quickly show you it. So this is the website, which is Lubrication Expert. If you go to lubrication.expert or lubrication.exchange, both of them will take you here. The Lubrication Exchange, if I go to the sign up page, is basically a combination of Facebook or a social network mashed together with something like a Coursera or a Udemy. The idea is it's all built around courses. So if we actually go to the courses, I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so now we're in the course selection page. And as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of different courses that are structured around different technologies. In future, I plan on adding a lot that is application based. So maybe a module on engine oils and a module on gear oils and things like that. But at the moment, I'm working on the fundamentals, base oils, and additive chemistries are coming. What does it actually look like when you step into the course? It looks like a lot of the course platforms that you're probably familiar with. So if I go into here and I want to take the first course, this is in dark mode. You can change it to light mode. These are all pretty much based on the YouTube content. So it's all like stuff that you're familiar with. So that's me talking, blah, blah, blah. And when you've finished and you want to demonstrate your knowledge, then of course you can then start the quiz. The other thing that I'd really like to do is leverage the kind of hive mind that seems to have grown up around this channel. So there's a lot of people with a lot of very specific application expertise who seems to listen to this channel. And I'd really like to leverage some of that. So one thing that I've built into this platform is the capacity to build. So let's say, for example, everyone has an interest in engine oils, of which there are, I know, some car nerds on this channel. Then we can go in here and we can start discussion forums so that if people want to ask questions about very specific topics, then we can do that just by starting a new discussion. The discussion title might be, I don't know, API SP. Hey, can I get your thoughts on W16? Does it suck? And then we post it, and then if anyone wants to reply or subscribe to that thread, then they can. It's a little bit like Reddit in that respect. You might be wondering what this is. This is a point system based on your activity, so you earn different points for completing courses, for creating discussion forums, for replying to discussions, adding people as friends. Now, let's say you are a salesperson, or maybe you own or work for a distributor of specific lubricants. One thing that I've found is a bit of a need for people or businesses like you is that it's very difficult to put something like this together. I know because I looked into how much would it cost to get a developer, and the reality is that the salaries now have exploded and it's very difficult to get someone to build a custom platform for you. So what I've included in this is the capacity to create business accounts, and you could then on-sell this service to either your customers, or maybe you just want to use it as a platform teach your staff. So I've put in here an example distributor group of how that would look. If you go into this group, you could introduce people in here. So you would get admin rights and the capacity to limit who gets part of the group. You could make the group private. You can start your own discussion forums and threads from within a group. You can also upload messages to the group through the feed. You could upload documents, photos, and you can send invitations to people. The other thing that you can do from this sort of manage portal is that if you do have admin rights, then the platform does integrate with Zoom. So, for example, you would be able to, if you have a Zoom webinar account, then you can use your API key to connect it to your particular group, and then you could actually run your own webinars from within this portal, if that's something that you wanted to leverage. Anyway, that's Lubrication Exchange. I think it's a really good opportunity for the community to come together. Like I said, I'm trying to do this for as low cost as possible. The mission of this channel has always been to promote lubricants to as many people as possible and raise the understanding of lubricants and lubricant technology within the industry. And if this can help achieve that, then that's fantastic. If it crashes and burns, then whatever. I'll go and find a real job.